Hey guys, it's Carter. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are all having a fantastic day today. Now in today's video, we are going to be talking about swing trading, how we're up a little over $800 this past week from swing trading stocks. Now, this past week was definitely more of a week of just watching the market. I really didn't jump in heavy on a lot of positions, and we did cover some of our profits. Now, we are going to be talking about the trade that we're holding, so I hope you guys all enjoyed this, and if you want to learn how to trade stocks, guys, check out our school, and we're doing a back to school day sale, 50% off. It's absolutely fantastic. We got private live streams, quizzes, lectures, everything. If you want to take trading serious, check it out down below. You won't regret it, and you guys can use code SCHOOL to get 50% off. So I'll see you guys in there, and guys, let's dive into this here. So when it comes to swing trading and trading in the markets here, one of the first things you have to understand is you have to understand the type of trader you are. There's several different types of traders, right? There's day traders, swing traders, there's long-term investors. So for me, as a swing trader, what I do is I look for stocks that have sold off down to some level of support, right? So for me, looking at this here, this is our little handy dandy trading journal. Right now here, you guys can see we are up about $886. Majority of that is from Costco. But more importantly, why did we buy this position, right? So before I ever place a trade, I need a checklist, right? I don't buy just random companies because that would be a recipe for disaster. I always want to make sure here that the stock is following some sort of guideline and kind of has potential, right? So the first thing is the trend here. So looking at Costco here, you guys can see we've seen just this really, really good upward trend. Recently here, it sold off down to $805, and this is actually exactly right where we got in on our entry. But if we go in and we actually look at why we bought it, it was a 30 on the RSI, which is an undervalued point for the stock. It was on a heavy support where we got tendencies in the past of getting buying pressure. The second thing here is the earnings, right? I never hold through an earnings. I think we all learned a valuable lesson, looking at Nvidia where it sold off 7% just after hours. So personally, I never hold a stock through an earnings. It's very risky. The next thing is risk and reward. When I place a trade, I always want to make sure the stock I'm holding has some sort of potential. Now, the approach and mindset here that I've had is hopping in near and around, I think we went in at the wrong approach here. We did a short position. There we go. So hopping in near and around that 805 area, setting our stops relatively tight just below that 90-day moving average line. And then our target price was all up here at old resistance. Now that gives a risk and reward of about 3-to-1, which is actually pretty good. So meaning I'm risking $1 to make $3. Okay, so now how do you enter? So there's several different approaches here. You guys can see that near and around this price zone between about 812 and about 790, we just had good buying pressure. So personally, I entered near and around this 805 area, and the stock has moved and rallied its way up. Now, obviously, I didn't sell it here at like the peak top, but the approach and mindset I have is just keeping it above, this red line, which is the 200-day moving average line. The 200-day moving average line acts as a very, very hard support, a hard resistance, and I think that this will help give it more momentum so we can make more money. And the thing about trading is you'll never buy at the peak top, or you'll never sell at the peak top or buy at the peak bottom. It's all about maximizing your portfolio, right? Risking a good amount of money to make the max amount of money you can place on a trade. So let's talk about it here. Let's talk about another stock here that definitely carries a little bit of some potential, and we'll talk about the thought process behind it here. So this is the stock here, looking at GFL. So GFL here is a position that really has a lot of good things going for it. It has this good upward trend. Now, in order to find support, there's a lot of different ways. With this stock here, you guys can see it hits this price, this line several times, once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times, recently 7 times. This was a 30, about a 32 on the RSI. We like to keep it under a 30, but we really didn't, you don't have to go super heavy in on a position like this. So what you could do is enter here at about $14, set your stops just below it. So if we entered here, we could set our stop loss just below it. we could set our target up here at old resistance. So the risk and reward is 4.5 to 1. So risking $1 to make over $4, which is really, really good. The next thing is earnings. So actually, we know we're not going to be holding through in earnings because they just released it. So, I know we're in the clear. The next thing is going to the hourly. You guys can see that we have that, similar thing here. If we actually look at it, we'll draw it out so you guys can see it a little clearer. So right in this zone here, we just see a lot of good tendencies of getting buying pressure. It really stopped the overall downward trend, as you guys can see. So now there could be a move going in this direction. I think that this would be a good stock here if you entered, near and around, the $3.90 to $14 range, $13.90 to $14 range. Setting your stop pretty tight, near and around this $13.50 or $13.60 would give a great risk and reward, and it'll could possibly make some money. And obviously this is all hypothetical. Do your own research before you guys trade. I just want to show you that there's always opportunity. For me, yes, I only covered profit this week. I really didn't take any huge positions, but that's completely fine. As a trader, we strive for quality. We don't shoot for quantity, right? That's a recipe for disaster. That'll blow up your account. You'll lose money. We focus on the high quality plays, and that is it. So guys, I hope you guys all enjoyed this. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe, and if you want to learn more, check out our school. You guys can pretty much learn how to find these plays, the strategies, the approach behind it. So let me know down below, and I'll see you guys in there. But I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day. Like, subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, everyone.